Welcome back, everybody. Today is Monday, May 5th, or Cinco de Mayo. So happy celebration today. If anybody's celebrating it, be very responsible. Now, over here, Order of the Red Air Sim has won. Thank you, bots, for not doing anything crazy. I got the refresh quest request and the full pocket, so that'll be very nice when I get to do all of that stuff. Now, moving over here, because the most important part today, TNT Luna from Neopets. This is the update to Monopoly. Big thank you. The anniversary Sterling Scythe avatar will now count towards the avatar count. Also, what's going to happen is the tradable 25th anniversary Neopets game case that you get, only 2,000 exists. You can share it to let someone else have that avatar. You also are able to trade the Sterling Sky stamp until it is added to the album, of course. Once you lick the stamp, it is over. And if you still want a refund, you have until May 15th, before May 15th to be exact. So make sure to do that if you want it. I like the fact that they're giving you a chance to do a full refund. They said that was necessary because of what they did by changing it beforehand. Hopefully, in the future, they come out and specify everything that's going to happen to the items before they do it. And hopefully, they figure out that whole influencer thing that they had going on because that was not good either. I mean, that's just pretty insane what happened. So then, what do we got left here? I like the fact that the stamp is tradable because obviously stamps should always be tradable. And last thing, the avatar count was pretty nice because it went back to what it originally was. But the thing about the tradable Neopets game case, and hear me out before you get angry, I'm not going to say anything that's like I'm trying to paywall people. My whole point here is this: if you are going to make this avatar basically shareable, you need to do it from now on. You have now opened the gate to something that you can't take away. So imagine this, and I don't think there was like any one of those boba events. If there was an avatar and people literally couldn't go to it because it was basically in one area, yeah, like it's not in certain parts of the United States or the majority of the United States. And if there was an avatar given out, and I don't think there was again, I saw a bunch of people with pins, which actually look really cool, but you need to make it shareable. What about the conventions? How many people can take a plane, can get a hotel, can buy food? That costs way more than the actual Monopoly, right? You think about $80 Monopoly, $70 Monopoly. You think about all of that, and then think about how much it costs for a convention and everything else that comes with it. And then you start thinking, it's like, wow, you're gonna give something that it's only exclusive. Around the TCG, TCGs are pretty expensive. If there's an avatar that's part of that, I think you have to make it shareable because you're doing it with this. And that's why I say you open the door now that this is how it's going to be. And I don't you just take it back unless people are just you're just inviting more people to get angry about it. Like it's one thing if you have things that are just paid. People are just like, okay, I'll write that off. You just got to pay for it. But now, if you have some things that are paid that are shareable and you have some things that are paid that are exclusive, kind of doesn't seem like this is going to work out very well for you, right? It's going to lead to confusion. People are going to ask every time. I can see it now. There's going to be so many Reddits or Facebook posts that ask this, or just even on their social media that which they never answer. If you take a look, by the way, maybe not never. Let's say like 90 something percent of the time, people write comments and they'll never say anything back. But you get my idea here. What's actually going to happen in the future, because that is 100% going to happen. You're just confusing everybody. All right, Festival of Nags. If you did not see inside of Dacardia, this is basically all wrapped up at this point. I was not thrilled with it just because I thought it ended, but it didn't end. It like kept going. I don't know why I thought it was supposed to end, but it like I felt like I got one more day of donation. Maybe I was wrong in that. I don't know. So I used up all my points and then I realized I could donate again. And then, yeah, I got worse prizes because I didn't know we had like another day. So spring flowers foreground, and that could have just been 100% me. Maybe I just didn't really realize it. Festival of Nags, Side Bunny plushie, and spring pet paintbrush. But yeah, I don't know if I was wrong. See, it was supposed to end on May 3rd. but I was able to donate yesterday, which was May 4th. That's what I mean. Like, so I used up all my tickets, and then it let me donate it again. I'm like, what is going on here? Time discrepancy. That's what it is. The in-app and on-site announcements state the donation drive runs through May 4th, but the current time in-app timer indicates May 3rd. So I don't think I was wrong. It was just they never came out and said it correctly. Yes, that's what's going on here. So I wasn't wrong. Yeah, so what I ended up doing was, okay, let me go and use up my tickets so that I could get these three. And then I didn't realize that the donation event kept going. So then I used some of my tickets on lower price items and I should have just saved it and got bigger things. You get it? Like that's what actually ended up happening. But in the end, it's okay. It's all right. That's what happens. There is all these pearly parlor exclusives in there as well that you could have picked up. The interesting thing was I didn't realize it until the end of this that there was no quest, basically. There is not really anything. And I wonder if in my thinking here, they just gave up on the quest. As in, they're like, you know what? We code these quests, we do it. It really doesn't add too much. Let's just put these bundles out here. Let's just give them a little calendar and give them this little ticket doubler so that people spend like the minimum amount of effort to make an actual event. Because even then, like I was like, what am I doing, by the way, with these nags, unless I just didn't see what I'm supposed to do with it. But you have these nags, and I was like, I know I'm farming them, and then normally you could turn them into omelets. So I'm like, maybe I missed an omelet recipe, or maybe these recipes, because I didn't actually buy these Negtastic recipe bundles. That is probably it. Outside of that, I have no idea. This whole event was basically log into a calendar and donate. That's all I got out of that. So that the other thing, by the way, this Captain Quickfinger. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not spending any of my pearly nigs on it because everything else is just the revival of items given out. And I think pearly nigs is something I like just to hold on to because they're gonna be used for different to get more people to play Descartes in the future. I know it. I know it. There's gonna be better items coming in the future, or at least buying these bundles if you really wanted some of these bundles. Because I do actually like collecting it. I really like this carrot juice stand recipe. Well, the stand itself, not the recipe, but just the stand itself. I'm actually really afraid of buying recipes now just because it's going to be asked on a quest. I just don't want to do that anymore when it comes to the cardia. And then what's happening? Fairy Fragment still has the event going, which I did not get a chance to play yesterday. So that's basically all I see going on here. I don't know. What's your thoughts on the whole Monopoly thing? Right? Like uh, it's just a never ending thing. And again, I don't have any problems with sharing. I just think if you're going to go that route, now you're gonna have to do it on everything. And I could foresee it in my mind that that's not going to happen. Where there's gonna be times where some are exclusive and some aren't that you can't share it. I just I just have this. Well, I could be wrong. I mean, if they go the route of sharing everything, okay, great. Then we don't have this problem no more. But it's just bad, especially the convention one, because the convention costs so much money. Like, if you have to fly to a convention, it's actually insane how much it costs overall. Okay, but outside of that, I had a really nice weekend. It was a birthday weekend, not my birthday, but then also it was the Kentucky Derby, and we always do that tradition wise. We celebrate that birthday along with doing the Kentucky Derby. So it's a lot of fun. I showed you I went for the Sandman. I was thinking, wow, look at this guy, 628. That is a lot. That is a lot, my friend. It is a lot. I mean, some people might have just naturally gotten that, but 628. People think I will say this. People think that buying out an item is really easy, but I don't know if you've ever tried to buy 600 of one item. That is painfully boring, like to do it. And even then, if you use Super Shot Wizard, right? So again, if you see this, watch what happens if I attempt to do this. You have to go like imagine the 628 didn't exist. Like it was just one. Like every one of these is one. This is how I actually buy stuff. You go like this. You have to do this 10 times. Yeah, yeah, you're literally watching me open 10 windows, buy it, buy it. And if they have more than one, you have to sit here and hit enter, like click enter, click enter, click enter. And you do this 10 times, and then eventually your inventory gets full, and then you do it again, right? You hit, yeah, well, you have to empty out your inventory. Oh, look at that one. 10,999. So eventually your inventory gets full, you gotta dump it, do this thing over and over again. I cannot tell you how long it probably takes to actually get 600 of one item. It is actually a bit of effort to do that. So I'm not saying, I'm not encouraging people to buy out items or even feel bad or something for those people because they're buying on an item. But truly, it takes a great deal of effort to actually do that. I remember when I got, oh, I did, when I bought those Race the Richest scratch cards. Like I bought 1,000 of them. You see me scratch them every day that I play this game. So it took me hours to do that, just to sit there and do it. I don't know why I wanted to buy that many, but I just did. Just because, well, because I could have just gone on here every day and just bought 5. Like literally just could have done that. But I just wanted to take care of it all at one shot where I don't ever have to, I don't want to say don't ever have to do it again. Eventually I'm gonna have to buy more Race the Richest scratch cards, but I wanted to do it where I don't have to think about it. And it's just sitting there in my safety deposit box. By the way, when it came to, oh, so I was trying to say the Kentucky Derby. Originally, I was gonna go for the Sandman, but in the end, I changed because it started raining like crazy. Like it was totally muddy and all. Ah, Piaf went down. It was in the 70s. Now it's down to the 50s. I was like, should I sell some? I'm like, maybe I should, and maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. I see a nice juicy 15 right here. I know there's a couple of 15s, but I like Skype Bodyguard. We go with that one. Select winnings. Oh, the winnings either. Oh my god. The day before is 56 to 10. Now this is 52 to 10. Dang. 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 52 to 10. Oh, look at Doggo. He's loving that 52 to 10. Congrats. 888. So, yeah, by the way, so Kentucky Derby, I switched my thing. Do I already have it up? I do not. This is what ended up happening. I switched it. Yes, I did. I won with a, technically this is 24 bets here, so I spent $24. I ended up winning $231.12. I did another bet, 837, another bet, 44.90. So it was really nice. Overall, I won like $223, minus the other bets. Imagine this is one giant food club. So getting over here to food club, right? You have a bunch of bets. Not every bet wins, and that's what happened here. So that's how I ended up with the 223-ish dollars. No, it was like 233 because of this 44.90. I won $233. It was crazy. I was so excited. And I bought it off my phone because, as I mentioned before, when I was at the casino, there was tons of people in line and they were taking really long because they didn't know how to bet. Like they were just standing there looking at the thing. Imagine when you do food club and you're sitting here for the very first time or you're trying to figure out your bets. That's what happens when people are at that monitor. No amount of like them sitting at a table trying to strategize what they do. When you get in front of the machine, it's always amazing what happens. You kind of like forget what you were going to do. You start asking other people around you, and by then, 10 minutes has gone by. So yeah, it was a good old time. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. So let me just go. I was so happy that I won though. I really have many plans with the money already for it. And I'm talking about stocks. I have stocks that I want to buy, like real life stocks. So I'm not gonna blow it. Basically, when things like this happen, there's always something you should do. You should buy something so that you don't blow the money. And what I mean by buy something, it's not like wasted on uh something. Let's say wasted on, like this is enough for a car. But imagine winning the lottery, right? And then people buy like sports cars or something. That's what I mean. You probably don't want to do that. Like if you want to buy something, maybe buy a house, maybe pay off some loans. That seems like the more, useful thing. So I'm going to take some of this money, obviously, and then just turn it into a stock. A very nice, just safe stock. That seems like a good thing to do. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, but it was pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so speaking of gambling, let's see about this Race the Richest scratch card. People keep winning this jackpot. I still don't understand it. Why people would lay it when it's low. And now it has stopped. Come on, Waki. There you go. Okay. I didn't realize the world of customization or like capsules and stuff. Because somebody was saying on Neopets Nation about people not getting the Varwolf capsules. They were trying to trade it and nobody really has it. Something about like they don't like species specific, that people are out of money for the Neo Cash Mall. Like they just keep pumping out capsules that people can't afford it anymore. It really is amazing to me how, can I zoom in this mini Barwolf mini mystery capsule. I like that. He's like sticking out, it moves and all of that, and you see a bunch of ears. Yeah, just I think that looks really neat. But yeah, every time I look at people talking about Neo Cash Mall customizations, I'm like, I do not know how people can afford all that. Like, just in my mind, like I can't imagine that. Well, I mean, we all spend our money on certain things, but there's some people that it's incredible how much is spent. I really want to know how much, like the top 10 users of the Neo Cash Mall spend. And it's more just curiosity, not for judgment's sake. Kind of just shows me the world of like what's people willing to pay for certain items. All right, what am I missing? Campfire. Is it under here? There. Oh, there it is. Okay, camping deep in the woods background. That looks kind of nice, actually. I need to do this. I need to do. I love this Minchi Beach volleyball. I feel like a champ every day. I come in here answering Pocky and I win 450. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then Trudy here at the very end. Oh boy, I'm so tired though. My sister stayed here the whole weekend, so I didn't get much done. It was very sad. That's why there was no video yesterday. She was here. I mean, not to say that I don't like having my sister over. That's not what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is like with her over here, it's not like I go down here into the basement and start recording a video. Like I want to give her, just spend time with her while she's here. Of course, I mean, real human versus just playing a video game. I'm not gonna be playing the video game. I'm gonna hang out with the human. At the same time, it's like I did not get much done. I really need to take a day off to like catch up on everything. Just even sleep. So freaking tired. All right, let's do this. We're gonna remove one. Let's open up a cookie. I really wish they wouldn't do this, where I have to hit the NC to see my inventory. But I know like having this like that, it doesn't count towards your 50 in your inventory, which other people would like a bin for chinguge. All right, so I'm gonna go do that, but I'm gonna make sure here that I have a shop wizard, and I'm gonna make sure doubly because I don't need any problems. All right, fairy quest. Let's see. Let's see what we got today. It's still laggy for me. I don't know about the rest of you. It's still semi laggy every now and then. Here we go. Okay, come on. I hit the button. I swear I did. A dark, which is endurance. I will take it, or health. I will take it. I'm gonna do that. 2,000. 1,000. Hey, I'm gonna just go for it. Whatever. 1,000 seems appropriate for that item. Give her the item. There you go. Oh, there we go. Increase health. I like it. I think with that boon, I'm always like sitting here to myself. I'm like, should I have just hit it? Because it wasn't a premium quest, but that was a premium. Like, health is a pretty good prize to get when it comes to a quest. I think I did it right. I just feel like it's a waste of a boon. Just because I have it, I just want to push the button and see what happens. It's like re-rolling on the quest log. You have the button there. It's like just push it. Just hit the button, just do it. Do it. And it's like sometimes you probably shouldn't. My beads are holding up. Like my quest log item. I think anything above 2,000 when it comes to quest log item seems pretty good. For me anyways. Right? Other than just constantly re-rolling it, losing money, it's just not good. So here's where I am at. So today, what did I get today? Nothing really good. But then when I go over here, weekly rewards, you can see my bead. Tomorrow will be the reward day, actually. That's pretty nice. So yeah, that'll be reward day. But yeah, the Oranu bead. If you have not seen what the beads are at this point, there you go. I mean, if I could get 2 million out of it, mine actually, red Uranu bead is this one. There is there like three-ish million. I know these two are right here, but if I could get 3 million out of it, wow, someone sold it for 5 million. I'm always interested in these because I'm like, is it really 5? Because you have all these other ones over here, or maybe it's just when it gets closer to time. It might just be closer to time, but dang, 5 million. Unless this person just really wanted that bead, or is buying something else. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. Let me finish this up and then call it a day. There's so much stuff to do today. I am dreading today, honestly. I didn't even take a day off when I said, so I feel like I want a day off really bad. Like it's been a while. It's been 3 months since I've had a day off. So I feel it in my bones. I miss the days where I could just call off, man. Just where I would just. There was a time, if I've never told you this, and unfortunately for some of you may have already heard this, there was a time where I had to just too sick to fight. Heal me. Yes! Look at that. Fully healed. How often does that happen? Where you get sick and voila, you're unsick. So there was a time where I just had I don't want to say ignore, I still worked and it was where I was, the company I currently work for, I worked my way up, like literally worked my way up. And the job that I first started there at, it was one of those ones where, no one really cared. You were just a number and you could literally call off. There was days where I would just show up into the parking lot and just be like, you know what, I don't want to work. And then I would call in. They don't care the reason why you're out. You don't have to fake like you're sick or anything like that. You know how people say that? They actually prefer if you don't even tell them why you're not coming in. You just literally call off and be like, I'm not going to be there. Thank you. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. That's all you had to say. There was days where I would just show up and call off. Like with my current job, obviously you cannot do that. That is not what you would want to do. That looks horribly bad. Like if I wanted to right now, I could just put in and take off. But there's none of this whole calling in and all that stuff that goes with it. I just miss those days. Like my current job is like the old job was basically if you have work, someone else will do it. My current job is your work is your work. So even if you call off, your work is still your work and it's going to be waiting there for you. So it's like calling off doesn't solve everything. Not everybody's going to just pick up your work and do it. So that's the problem with my current job. Yeah, I can take off. Just know it'll still be waiting there for you. That's always interesting, right? Like in the back of your mind. It's one of those ones where if you go on vacation, you need to work extra hard to go on vacation so that none of your work is still sitting there. Yeah, so to take a day off, you have to work double just to make sure that it doesn't fall behind when you're actually off. Yeah, it's no fun. If you've never had a job like that, it's not fun thinking about it. It's like you have to earn your vacation. uh yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking forward to somewhat of, I think I have one at the end of the month, just one day. My wife took off. She kind of just picks the days because I have, this is no joke, I have 33 days off every year. 33. She has, I think she's at 15 now. So I let her pick the days because at any point I could just be like, yeah, I'm taking off, where she can't. So Obviously, if I want to spend max time with my wife, then I take the days off that she's off. So that's how I do that. But yeah, at the end of the month, we have one day. I think it's for Memorial Day. Like she links it on so that she can have a longer weekend. So that'll be nice. All right, Space Fungus, you've been dropping some Nerf. I have to check the price of Nerf mids because I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think that it's time that I look into buying some. That's not even a joke because with how many keeps dropping, I think I need to buy some just to have. Just to, I know I'm getting it from these drops, but at the same time, there's like I like those platinum Nerf mids. So I've always kept the platinum Nerf mids. Some of the ones with the X's on it. Yeah, one of the so if those are low enough, I think that's what I'm gonna use some of my money on is just buying a bunch of Nerf mids. And why? I don't know why. Someone just tells me in my mind like this is not sustainable. That eventually that they're going to change the prices that drop, like maybe mess with the rates. And if they do that, the better Nerf mids are the ones that are going to obviously go up in price. So that is just what I'm saying to you. This is just the thought. Obviously, it could be completely hard. They could do this for the next 10,000 years, where Nerf mids drop like insane amounts. But there's like I've told you before, there's a point where some of these Nerf mids, obviously it gets paintbrushes, and at some point it's going to drop so low that there is a number, the price of the Nerf mid. There is a number that it makes sense that it is just too low, right? That you have a better chance of just gambling the Nerf mid and potentially getting a paintbrush than selling it for what it's going for. I think without looking, I have this feeling it's very soon. Just actually, let me see. Let me see why I'm saying all of this. Oh, to do this. Okay. Let me see something with an X. Golden Nerf mid X. There we go. Pop that in. We got 42,000. 42,000. And that's the average. There could be some that's way lower than that. Who really knows? Let's just go in here, hit it a couple to 38,000. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, some of this is just way too low. And I would be looking to getting the higher quality ones. And I'm not saying the time is right now, but it just feels wrong. I'm not trying to pump you or do you anything like I would not do this if you have the Neo points or anything like that. There is no guarantee that Neopets team is ever going to change it. It just seems to me that this is not sustainable. You cannot just keep doing this. Let me just hold on. I want the what's a really bad one? Aluminum? Let me go copper. We do the same exact thing with copper. 45. What? Oh yeah. I mean, if these are like the same prices, man, that's crazy. 30, yeah, 38, 37. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of the math machine here when it comes down to it. And what I mean is I'm gonna go on here to Jelly Neo, see what the percent rate of actually falling. So this is what I'm gonna do. It's kind of like the Jelly Neo Nerc mids. It's the same idea as the Faerieland Employment Agency. So you take a look here, see the percent, calculate the average of the different paintbrushes, and from there you'll figure out how much is 5% for a paintbrush, the 5% chance, and then if you have the average of how much all paintbrushes cost, then you'd be like, how much is this worth? In short, is it worth it? See, this no, that to me is wrong. It's wrong. Completely wrong. And it's just because of that is based on like whatever the price of the Nerf mids were. Which let me just click on. I brought up, I forget which one, the one with the X. Golden Nerf mid. Hit this one. 32,000. Look at that. 32 5. It's like that's insane. Full price history. See, so back then maybe it wasn't worth it because it was 115,000, 200,000. But now, like if you look again, all the way back, what is that? 300,000, 2 million. What? 2 million? Oh, was that when? I was gonna say, was that when the Avatar came out or something? But yeah, like you go all the way down here, and now it's in the 30s. At some point, this is gonna be worth it. Like imagine, not that this is gonna happen, but a Nerc mid at 1,000 with a 5% chance of getting a paintbrush. And if paintbrush prices hold up, that's the big thing. Like if it all dropped all the way to 1,000, you would think paintbrush prices are like dead, absolutely, completely dead. But right now they're not. And at 32,500, is it low enough? Maybe not. Maybe in the 20s though, at a 5% chance. Think about it, 5% chance, 20,000, and then the average price of a paintbrush. Now you might be talking here. So we should see. That's what I'm going for. I'm like there is a price here. You just have to do the math. And I haven't done it yet. So we'll see about that. But that is everything. I don't want to bog you down with more numbers, and I really should be going. So I will see you all in the future. See you later. Bye.